and asked the lady like, do you need anybody else in terms of employment in terms of this job? And she was like, oh, I think you're much better than your mom. Okay, hello guys. Welcome back to the channel. I'm just here with my young brother here today, and I think it was yesterday when we start speaking about jobs. We're talking about jobs, like the type of experience we have gone through in terms of searching for jobs, those kind of stuff. And it was really interesting to analyze our situation. Like, yes, finish uni, I'll finish uni, but I think that can be another topic which we can talk about later on. It'll be the feedback from you guys. We'll see what we're going to talk about next. So yesterday we were talking about jobs. Let me just say my name. So in introduction, you're my first guest, you know. So say your name. What do you do?
So my name is Frank Kunda. As he said before, I'm his younger brother. I'm the second boy in the family. Out of 4 boys in total. So anyways, like I said, I've just finished university, my masters at
what were you doing?
So at uni, my masters, I was doing violence, conflict and development at SOAS University of London, and SOAS stands for the School of Oriental and African Studies. It's very, it's
Frank, you don't need to give all those info, you know what I'm saying? Just say the degree you did, that's it. You don't need to go.
No, it's because the school is very unique in itself, and it's very niche. So what the school is.
Let me cut you there. Okay, so basically it did something in what?
Violence, conflict and development.
Okay, cool. Let's start. I think for now we're going to talk about the
context of the discussion yesterday.
Of yesterday. I think the beginning thing. I think he asked me yesterday like, when did you start working? Like, how did you get your first job?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god. So basically, like, yesterday we were talking about like when I start working, I would say,
how old are you?
I were maybe 14 years old.
14?
I would say 14 years old. So that was like in secondary school.
Yeah.
No, primary school.
Primary school?
No. Primary school. So that's like year 6.
Yeah.
Year 6. Yeah, I think year 6 or year 7. I'm not sure between that time. So I started doing paperboy. Newspaper, delivering newspapers, at people's houses. And I don't, you know what? I don't even know how I got that job.
Can you pause video?
No, there's no pausing. Wow. Yeah, why are you pausing the video, man? Anyways, so I think the discussion itself, it came
from so recently I just started working.
So my brother started working.
And the way it came about was more of a case of applying for jobs as you do after your graduation, whatever. And the responses are kind of slow, and you're receiving letters to do your debt, receiving letters to do with your phone bill, whatever. And even though you're still living in your parents' house, you're like, yo, I need to actually pay for these things, I can't always be asking mom and dad to pay for these things for myself or for me. So anyways, I got a call from a recruiting agency, and they were like, listen, we came across your CV on the internet, and believe me, I even forgot that I even applied for this job. So anyways, they got back to me and they were like, listen, we found your CV on this, on this website, and we think you're a suitable candidate for this job role. And I was like, oh, fantastic, that's great, because you're saving me the trouble of actually looking for a job. So what's the job? And they're like, you'll be working on behalf of, I can't tell you guys. And I was like, oh, fantastic. So in all, it's a customer service related job. So yesterday was my second day of training, and I started work at 8:45, and I finished at 5:30 p.m. And it was a long day. And I got in the car and I was tired. I was tired of being with my teammates, of listening to phone conversations. And even though it's not physical labor, mentally it's exhausting, and you don't quite seem to understand. But anyways, so I got in the car yesterday and I looked at this guy and I was like, bro. I'm tired, man. And I'm like, yo, how old are you when you got your first job?
Yeah.
and that then began our conversation all the way from my workplace to when we got home.
I think I think when I pick you up, straight away we just like start giving the experience of a different job which you had.
Yeah.
And literally like when we're in the car, it's like, oh my god, we need to record this.
Yeah.
And because I think it's really nice to reflect on your like in terms of a career path. In terms of where you want to go and what you want to achieve. And I think that was really good. And the thing, the crazy part of it is like this video we meant to record it yesterday. I went for training in the evening, and when I came back, it was sleeping. So I was just like, come on, you told me you're going to record this, and literally like the entire last night and today, I was just like, oh my god, you need to record this video itself. So yeah, I think let's I think in terms of myself and in terms of jobs, I started working, I think I was like maybe 15 years old, as I said, doing delivering papers. I'm not sure how I got that job, to be honest. It's crazy because it was a long time ago. I don't know how I got that job, but I think I definitely went to the place and like, yo, listen, I need a job. I need a job, give me the job. So from there,
I think at that time, that's when we were living at our old address.
100%, we're living out at our old address. So I think, I just went there, I was like, and they're just like, okay, I didn't need to produce a CV, anything like that. You know, I think
no reference,
nothing like that. You know, I think they just see like, oh, there's this young boy here who's want to work, who's passionate about working himself,
and it's free. He's got free time. You know?
See. So I think definitely like I think I remember working in the after school. I think that's when I was working after school. So after I finished school, just go home, get ready, and then just go to deliver the paper round. But I just remember, I think the final case which I was saying, like I remember we were working, and I told him like, yo, listen, can you not ask your workplace if they can give you some money, because
pay early.
Pay early because we need some cash. And then I just told him like I remember once when with mom. My mom is like we need to buy something and we didn't have enough money to buy it, and then my mom was like, can you tell them if they can give you the money and they can just
deduct it.
Deduct it once you get paid. And I was like, okay, I just spoke to them and like, okay, fine. And from that experience itself, I just even though it was not really difficult doing the paper run, but again it gives you that in terms of organizing yourself, knowing that, okay, you know what, I am responsible, I am able to do my homework, able to do my schoolwork, at the same time I can be able to go to work, deliver the paper. And the crazy part of it is like you have a list of the houses and you need to make sure you start thinking like, okay, how can I be able to do this in the fast way, at the same time get paid as I need to get paid. I think this lead to my second job which I got. I think the second job I got, I was at college. So funny enough, and then from that period itself, I don't know how I stopped working there, but I know I stopped working. I think when I went to the second school, that's when I stopped working, to be honest. And I think I tried to apply for jobs like at Middle, like all the jobs. Retail jobs are like, oh my god. Retail job, apply, sending my CV, everything, zero. As in when you say a big fat zero, not even a reply back like can you please come for the interview,
nothing.
Or can you sorry, really good, nothing. Absolutely big fat zero. So for 4, I think it's like it's more like 4 years. 4 years. When I was in the secondary school, absolute nothing. I was just like, this is really bad.
And the crazy thing is that you'd come to school and some of your friends around the time when you're 15, 16, when you can actually start working, 15, 16, and then 17, your friends are like, I'm working in Medawar, I'm working in retail, I'm working there, I'm working part-time. And you're asking them like, hold on a minute, how are you getting a job?
I've been a friend like forever.
Job? Bro, we're the same age. How are you getting a job? Like, who do you know? What are you doing that I'm not doing? Because you don't have no extraordinary skills that I don't have. So how you getting the job and I'm not? You know. Anyways, we're gonna speak about that later on.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. But I think we did that, and then I think when I went to college, yeah, my sister knew somebody. I think this is how you got a job. So I think we continue applying. Like me and my sister have been continuing applying, and then she knew somebody, and I was like, oh, there's this factory. I'm not mentioning the name. Like, yeah, okay, cool. We went with our stuff, applied for it, and we didn't. I don't think so. We did a job interview. Seriously, for the factory job, we didn't do. Actually, no. Even before that, I remember went to job center. I went to job center with mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the end of my second school. Went to job center, and mom was applying for jobs.
Yeah.
And then she applied for this like a labor work, and then I went with her, and I was like, oh. I think she was doing like an interview or something like that. It was not like an interview, and I was there as well. Like, okay. And she finished the interview, everything on that, and asked the lady like, "Do you need anybody else in terms of employment in terms of this job?" And she was like, "Oh, I think you're much better than your mom." I'm like, "Oh crap!" Literally, I just snatched mom's job.
Yeah.
Like I the interview itself, and then it was like, "Okay, that's fine." And literally, it was just like labor work. You know, we just like get up early in the morning, going to work, and just work. Yeah. You know, and yeah, it was just, I think I did that, it was for a 2 weeks period itself. And that was fun. I would say it was fun, but it was really hard work.
What time did you start?
What time did I start? I think about 7 in the morning. 7 in the morning, and then finish like around 5:30.
Yeah.
So just like literally work. No, you cannot be like, I think you had like a 30-minute break for that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, finished that. I think I did that. That was like in summertime.
How old are you?
I think I might be maybe 17. I think 16, 17. That's when I finished my second school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So finished that, and then I started going to college. I think I was still applying for jobs even when I was in college. Like, at least let me try to get some money, help the family, those kind of stuff. But nothing happened. And then, as I said, my sister, she knew somebody, and then they gave the application for me. Like, okay, cool, let's find out. Yo, seriously. And you know what? The crazy part, the thing that we start work.
Yeah.
And I think it was the first day. Literally the first day we're there in the factory, you know, and this place we're making food, and it's cold. First of all, it's cold, and I'm just like, I think new, and then we have to be there for 7 in the morning. So 7 in the morning, it means you leave your house at 5:30.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You leave your house at 5:30, and you get there, and then whatever you travel, catch the bus, whatever, and then. Yeah, the first day I'm there. Yo, you're packing the food, making the food on the lines. You know, the lines that go in, you're packing the food.
The conveyor belt.
Yeah. And next thing, for me, I was looking at the time. I'm looking at the time. The time is not moving. I'm just like, yo, what's going on? The time is not moving. The guy's like, once go to line 3. I go to line 3. I finish line 3. Yo, go to line 5. And then I come back. I go back to line 1 again. I'm looking at the watch. That watch is not moving. I'm like, yo, I've been here since morning, and I think it was like around 3 p.m. I'm just there, like, Yo, I'm ready to go home.
Yeah.
I've been here since morning. You know, I've been here since morning. So I went to the supervisor, like, supervisor, I'm just I think I'm ready to go home. You know what I'm saying? I've been here since morning, and I think my mentality there when I was really like. My mentality is because I think I was doing delivering the papers. So in my head, I think I was like, yo, the faster I do it, the faster I can be able to go home, and I'll be paid the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that was my mentality there. So yeah, I went to the supervisor, like, Yeah, I've been online. I've been on line 1. I've been on line 3, and I've been on line 5, and I went back to line 1 again. I'm tired. I want to go home.
Imagine
the first day, you know what I'm saying? I tell the supervisor like I'm ready to go home, and the guy's like, okay, fine, that's okay. And that day itself, I don't think there was a lot of things to do.
Yeah.
I mean, there was not, I think, a lot of activity. So the guy was like, I think the person who I spoke to was like chilled, you know, it was not really. You know, so anything like that, I was just like, okay, fine, that's great. All right, okay, cool, thank you. I went home, and then a few months later on, in the same department, you know, on that same department, I came once, and that I was just in that department. Yo, we're putting the bread. And the next thing, I just like my brain. I don't know what happened. I just like I have like a focus,
zoned out.
A zone. I was like, yo, I'm thinking like, wait a minute. Is the building moving, or what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing like I'm feeling as if the building is moving.
Yeah.
I'm just like, whoa, 2 seconds, there's something wrong here, and I just shake my head a little bit. I'm thinking like, whoa. That was crazy. If it happened once, it happened twice. Yeah. Like on the same time. I was just like, yo, nope, this is not for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is not for me. I don't want this. And then I think I just like I went there and I was like, no, but this is not for me. And then I remember a case what happened. I was waking. And then I'm like, yo, I'm tired. You know, that was another day. I'm tired. I'm fed up, you know. I've been here since morning. I couldn't handle this. I'm ready to go home.
Oh, my days.
So I go back to another supervisor, like, yo, I've been here since morning. I want to go home. Because the thing is, first of all, the place we were working,
it's cold.
It's cold, and they don't tell you the time when you finish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's not any time structure. You know, like, okay, I'm starting at 7. I'll be finished at maybe at 5 o'clock or whatever. There's nothing like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can be there until maybe 7 p.m. whatever.
Yeah.
And for me, I was just like, no.
And another thing is as well, is that in this kind of environments, working environments, you don't get accessibility to windows.
There's no windows.
You don't have windows in a building. Like, can you imagine? It's as if you're in prison.
Yeah.
There are no windows. The clock doesn't even. Like, you're looking at that same watch. It's not clock. Sorry, it's not.
It's
moving.
not moving. For me, I was looking at the watch. Yeah, I say, where? What's going on? That watch is not moving. What's going on? It's crazy.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, as I said, you get 30-minute break, and 30-minute break, it means like once the bell stop. You're going for the lunch, and everybody's going for lunch.
Yeah.
And which means like for me to get, I have a overall on. Yeah. I need to move that. I need to put my shoes on, and I need to go into the
canteen.
No, not to the canteen. I need to go to the locker.
Yeah.
Open the locker, get my food, and go to the canteen.
Yeah.
Or if that day I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy something from the canteen.
You have to wait in the queue.
You have to wait in the queue. So which means by the time you sit down, you might have
10 minutes.
Maybe 10 minutes to eat your food, and then you need to be there back on the shift bang on time as well.
Yeah.
So which is crazy. But yeah, I remember the last time where I was just working there, and I was just like I told the supervisor like, yo, I'm tired. I was like, oh, do you see that gentleman there? Like, yes. I like, go speak to him. Like, oh, cool. You know, when somebody say go speak to him, I'm you know, in my mind I got an objective.
Yeah.
You know, and I want to go home. Yeah. That's my objective. And the guy said, speak to him regarding that. I'm going to speak to him.
Yeah.
So cool. I went to the guy, like, excuse me, sir. I've been here since morning and I'm ready. I want to go home. And the guy's like, oh, why you bring me this agency? Oh, this agency, they want to go home, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, excuse me, sir. I know you want to make money, but I'm tired. I've been here since morning, and literally I'm tired. I want to go home. Well, I don't care if you want to go home. You need to stay. Blah blah blah. And I was like, you say you don't care, and you are a manager. If you don't care
about the well-being of your staff,
what's going on? I told him, I'm like, okay, if you don't care, I don't care as well. I'm going home. Simple as that.
Yeah.
And that was the last time I worked in that department. I was just like, no, I cannot accept being working in an environment and not being respected. You know, not being I don't care. Like, wow, you know, and yeah. I left that department, and the crazy part of it, which was kind of crazy, because like my sister was working there still.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for me, I decided to change into a different department.
Yeah.
So which means I'd get there. I start at 7. No,
Yeah.
I start at 6 in the morning and finish at 2 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
So at least I've got a schedule. I can do anything else which I want to do.
Yeah.
You know,
It's still daylight.
at least, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in that department, oh my God, that department was also crazy. But there was not a lot of drama in terms of working, you know what I'm saying? We were just cleaning the basket.
Yeah.
So when you clean the basket, you stack them, and then the people will come and get them. So you're not working fast, but you're working effectively. You know, like, okay, by this time it's gonna be busy or whatever, and then you're just working. You know, you're working, and the guys there, they were like cool as well.
Yeah.
But again, in winter time it was crazy because the doors open and just think like, oh my God. But yeah, I think that place was much better for in terms of time was better because I know that, okay, I'm starting at 7 and I finish at 2, and the rest of the day I can do whatever I want to do. But
how long were you there for?
how long was I there?
You remember?
I would say maybe 2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 years. I did that for 2 years.
Yeah.
I did that for 2 years.
Bear man.
Well, no, actually I did 3 years.
Yeah.
Because
And
I
you're
was
going
in
to
college.
yeah?
I was in college, and then at the beginning of uni,
Yeah.
I was still going there.
Yeah.
So my first year of uni, I was still going there.
Yeah.
And I think this leads. Does it lead? Yeah. So yeah. That was my my second job, and then I went to uni.
Yeah.
So at uni again, I tried to apply for jobs. You know, I was just like, okay, then let me try to apply for jobs.
Yeah.
Go to career advice, whatever. Did what I could do.
Yeah.
You know, absolutely nothing. And then I was volunteering at uni. Volunteering at uni, different projects. Did a lot of different stuff, different stuff. And one of the staff, she saw me and I was like, oh my God, you're really good. I think you should apply for this job at the
Police force.
No, it was at uni, at the student union itself.
Yeah, student union. Yeah.
So just like it was for a student ambassador, and I was just like, student ambassador? I don't think so. I'll be good at it, whatever. And she was like, apply for it. I'm just like, what do I need to do? I was like, oh, just your CV and a cover letter. I was just like, okay. I'm just like, you know what? It's not going to help me just to send. Well, I'm not really applying. I'm just sending my cover letter and my CV.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, you know what? I've been applying for so many jobs and they keep on saying no. And I was just like, oh, why not? I just send in my CV and my cover letter, and the next thing I receive a letter is like, oh, you've been chosen to come for the interview. I'm just like, me? Me? been chosen for the interview. I was just like, oh my God, thank God for that. Yeah. Awesome. And then it was a group interview. Yeah. So you do different tasks. So you do group activities and kind of stuff. Yeah. And I was just like, oh, cool. This is weird. I never been in this situation, you know. And then they roll back to me like, oh, you've got a job. Like, oh my God, finally I've gone, well, I was still partially, I've gone through that process of getting the job and being able to get the job. So that's what I did at uni itself. So I got that opportunity to work in terms of just working, working, and that was great.
How long?
I did it for 2 years. I think I did it for 2 years.
Yeah.
Let me see. No, I think I did 3. I did my last year. Did I do it? I don't think so. No, but I did it for 2 years. Yeah. For my degree, I did it for 2 years. Yeah. Working itself. So yeah, did that, and then what happened? Yeah, I think I did for 2 years, and then I was applying for jobs again, and then I was applying for one. I wanted to apply to one other place, and then one of my friends chose working there as well. In middle, and then she's like, oh, they're looking for people, blah blah blah, apply. No, I think she said she told me like, oh, send me your CV.
Was that
What are you doing, fam? Anyways, yeah, I applied to the company itself. I sent my CV to her, and then the crazy part of this, she said you're gonna be really good at that job.
Yeah,
that's what she said. I'm like, okay, cool. So I send you off my CV, and then I get some feedback. Come for the interview. Like, okay, okay, that's great. They gave me the date, whatever, cool. Yeah, I put my suit on, bang on, bang on. You know when you say like you're wearing, I'm looking good.
Yeah.
And that's what I walk
ready for the interview.
Yeah, I walk in, and I'm seeing people are just in a normal clothes.
Yeah, yeah.
They're just wearing normal clothes. I'm just like, what's going on here? I thought we were having an interview. But finally, the craziest part, I came to at the end. They told me like that was the final stage itself. I'm just like, okay, so I've passed all the stages. Okay, great. So yeah, we're just discussing about different devices, what we like about the devices, those kind of stuff, why they're beneficial, those kind of stuff at the end. So like, cool. And then they call me later on, like, we're really happy with you. I want you to come start working with us. Congratulations, you got a job. Well, cool, thank you. And the crazy part of it, I didn't even ask how much I'm gonna get paid. You know what I'm saying? That was not even my mind. I want to have that experience, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I did not ask anything. And the lady's like, oh, by the way, do you want to know how much you're going to get paid? I'm like, yeah, I want to know how much you're going to get paid. Like, oh, you're going to get paid like £8 or something like blah, blah. We're like, oh, okay, fine, that's okay. Yeah, and they're like, they booked me the ticket. You have to go to Leeds.
Yeah.
And I was there going, and I was just like, I think it's going to be on myself. This is what I was thinking in my head. I think it's going to be on myself there. From the people who was in that interview itself, I thought it's going to be, because I've been selected, I think it's going to be on myself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the train, and I'm just like, yo, I saw that person at the interview. I saw that person at the interview. I saw that person. Yeah. And then we came together as a group, and we went for the training itself, and then we finished the training, everything like that. I think it was for a week, and just met really nice people there. But the biggest thing which I got from that experience is that, when you do like, it's an interview where you have to go through a group interaction, this kind of stuff. Yeah. Sometimes we try to impress, like, I'm better than you, all those kind of stuff. And when I was going for the training itself, and seeing the people over there, just like, it dropped me back and thinking like, you know what? It's not about if you can put somebody down. It's about you doing the best. Yeah. And if somebody else is doing the best as well, no matter what, you're going to achieve what you're going to achieve. Yeah. And everybody did achieve what they were looking for. Yeah. And I was just like, it gave me a different view of looking at a work environment, as in especially the interview itself. Yeah. I did that for a while. And then when it came to my last year, which was in 2016, I think I just stopped work. I think I literally stopped working because it was my final year. And then I think in 2015 and 2015 and 13, I was also doing volunteering for the South Yorkshire Police. So basically teaching people how to use computers, how to, like, especially like odd people in the community using computers. So that was really great. Did that, and then I think did that, and from there it was just like a fun experience working there. But it's all volunteering. I was not getting paid for it. But yeah, I think it's kind of crazy how they happen down in terms of jobs and kind of stuff. But I think what we're trying to tell it is in terms of your career path, because
the journey so far in trying to get a job,
I think it's not only. I think at the same period of time is just trying to get a job, trying to get an experience, and I think, which I was talking to you, like, when with his degree, I was like, what kind of job can you get?
Yeah.
What can you do in your degree?
my field.
Because like for me, I can tell him like, oh, I did computer security forensic, and he would tell me is why he studied, and I'm just like,
what can you do with it?
What you know?
Yeah.
So now it's been able trying to get into a career.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference between a
job.
job and a career.
Yeah.
I'll say a job can be anything.
Yeah.
You know, you can be, it's just for you maybe to maintain yourself, to maintain your income, but a career is something which
You're passionate about.
I'll say you're passionate about, and you're building you have skills skills in there where like an employer needs.
Yeah.
So where you are selling the skills.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's the biggest thing in terms. I think what I've been telling you, like even when you got that job, is like, okay, what is the career path in terms of you getting that job? Where can you go?
Yeah.
How can you improve in terms of why you study and where you wanted to go?
Yeah.
In order to build a career in that.
Yeah.
You see. But yeah, I don't know if you have something else to say.
So his path into jobs is different to mine. So he started off very, very young, as he said, 12, 13 around that time period. With me, I started working at the age of 15, 16, and that's when transitioning out of secondary school, going into sixth form, and so. The first job I can say I really got was in sixth form, and that was for prefect. You know what prefect is?
No.
Yeah, so prefect is basically like you get it's a bit like an ambassador.
Right.
So the head teacher or the sixth form head teacher selects some students who have applied, and then they're the ones who then help the lunch ladies, and to observe the students.
Yeah, I did that in my second school as well. I was just a student ambassador.
Yeah. So we called it prefect at the school which I was attending.
That's an easy job which I got, to be honest.
It's pretty easy, because basically all you're doing is walking about the grounds with walkie-talkie.
I think in terms of I think it's the process of applying.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's where you get the bias.
Yeah.
When you apply, and then maybe somebody sees your name or whatever.
Yeah.
You're like, oh crap, we don't need,
Yeah.
But that one is somebody who knows you. They know your passion. They know what kind who you are.
Yeah. What you can bring.
Yeah. Yes.
And so so it's funny because as he's saying this, I'm just remembering how the people who got selected for that prefect were some of them were my friends, and you know very well. And we used to walk about school with the walkie-talkies, right? And as you do when you've got a walkie-talkie, like, hello, can you hear me? 1, 2, 3. So we'd do that, and it was great fun because at that time you understood the meaning and the significance of a job, but you don't take it that serious at that age, anyways.
Did you get paid?
I think I got paid. I can't remember exactly how much, but I got paid. We used to get paid, because we were in sixth form at that time, going to sixth form, So, anyways, I remember in my second year of sixth form, I think. No, going into the second year sixth form, not the actual second year. So that must have been summertime, and then going on to September 2012, So what happened was I got some of my friends were working as in a catering company. Working festivals, working at shows, all kinds of things. And I was like, how are you guys getting these jobs, man? Like, I'm applying for all these retail jobs and Medawar, I'm not getting any feedback or even a call. How are you getting these jobs? And then one of my friends was like, listen, I know the guy, I've been working there for a long time, whatever, just call this number, and he's a great guy who he'll select you. The process is very easy. You don't have to it's nothing complicated. No CV, nothing. No reference, nothing. So yeah. So I called up the guy and I was like, hey, I've been recommended by a friend to come and work for you. I've heard that you've got some vacancies going on in the summer. And I was like, yeah, sure thing, come through to it gave me the address, it gave me the time I should arrive, it gave me also the dress, it told me come in formal.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. and I also told him to bring my bank details. Oh, fantastic! That means I'm definitely going to get paid. That's great, you know.
Oh God, I need some money, man.
So I remember I got to the job address, and I was excited because I've never had a proper job, you know. I was excited. I was thinking about what I was going to say, the interview, whatever. When I get there, and it's a group interview. Everybody's there, well dressed, both male and female. Fantastic. Okay, and I sit down and I see this big guy sitting in this chair, and I'm like, yeah, that's definitely the manager. That's okay. So I sit down and he starts going through the step of the job, what the job is, you know, the rules and terminate, and you know all the you know the package of what it means to work at that place. Cool. And so at the end, we then go to, you know, to the HR, I think it was HR, yeah, and we're given our you know, our passports, as you know, date of address, we're given, you know, our ID, we're given our bank details, and then that was it. And the guy was like, yeah, great, so I'm expecting you to work, you know, next week.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, really? That's good, you know. It's still summertime.
Yeah.
Okay. So I did that throughout the summer, and then now I was starting to think, okay, what am I gonna do then? Are they going to you know, just drop me when you know, school starts, sixth form starts? And then I spoke to the manager. I was like, listen, I'm going back to sixth form. Is there any way for me to continue working as part time or even full time? You know, just continue getting a bit of money on the side. And I was like, yeah, of course, can do that. Besides, we call you when we need you. So I was like, okay, that's great. And so I did that all throughout sixth form, and that was when I was 16 going on to 17, and then at 17 going on to 18, that's when I went to university.
But pause there.
Yeah.
Before going to university, do you remember? I think I remember this. I don't know who gave you that this contact.
Yeah.
And for a job, I think you did an interview on the
phone.
On the phone.
Yeah.
And somehow you're talking on the phone, and I was here as well.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is what I do. Alright, I went to him like, yo, what are you talking about? It's a job. Like, okay, tell them that I need a job as well. I need a job as well.
Yeah.
And you know, I didn't have no clue what the job was about, anything like that. And it's just like, I need a job, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I think you went for the interview. You didn't go for the interview, and they were like, "Yo, come on Monday or something like that." And I was like, I asked him like, "What is the job?" I was like, "Oh, warehouse, those kind of stuff." I was just like, "Oh God." I said, "Oh God, I did not want to go back there. I've been in that environment. God, please allow me not to go. Allow me not to go for that work."
Yeah.
And then what happened? Early in the morning, I think that's when I think there was a meeting. There was a convention.
Yeah.
In London, something like that.
Yes.
That's why we didn't go there.
Yes, I remember. I remember. Yeah,
I remember that.
I remember now. Yeah.
So yeah, there was a church event in London.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, God, please. Don't allow this to happen. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever applied for a job and then they say yes and you're just like, Lord, no, I don't want to work here. You know?
Anywhere but the place. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, no, I don't want to be in that environment because I know that environment. Yeah. Because the thing is, I think what you want progression. You want to be able to say, okay, I've done this and I'm progressing.
Yeah.
Again, people got different aims and the objective. But for me, I'm just like, I don't want to get stuck in one place where I do not progress, I do not grow.
I don't use my skills. Yes.
So I remember we went to that place anyway. Yeah. Even though I was just like, you know what, I do not want to do this.
Yeah.
But I did commit myself that I want to go for it.
Yeah.
So we went there, me and you.
Yeah.
And then we're live there.
And we have to go there with the full equipment, with the full
our gear.
The gear, yeah.
Early in the morning, guys.
So imagine you're sat on the bus around maybe 6-7 o'clock a.m. on the bus, right?
No, it was early that.
Was it early then?
You need to get there you need to be there around 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if you took a taxi or we went on the tram.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No, it was the tram. I remember.
Yeah.
Tram. And so like so imagine you're sat on the tram around super early in the morning. You've got your steel cap boots on.
Oh,
you've
God.
got the yellow high vest on. You've got the what's going on?
You got everything.
You've got everything on. And then you get there, and then they make you do the whole tour of the building.
No, you didn't do any tour.
No, we did. We did.
No, we did not. We didn't do any tour. We came at a inspection. We sat down, and there was like, we needed so many people.
Yeah.
We need so many people. We're like, okay. And then, the rest of you can go home. You can go home.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, that's it. Thank God for that. I don't want that. I want you, in the morning you have that energy.
Yeah.
Even you're tired, you know what I'm saying? You're tired and you're just like...
When you prepare yourself.
You prepare yourself like, my mentality, okay, once I get there, bang, I'm going to do the work what I need to do.
Yeah.
And I arrive there, they make me sit down. And the worst thing you can do to somebody who's tired is to make them sit down. And they told me like, wait 30 minutes. We wait about more than an hour. Yeah. And then they told us go home. I was just like, no.
That place was doing catalogs. Also, they were doing printing out catalogs. It was a magazine was the warehouse. Yeah.
And they were like, go home. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm going home. See you. And we never heard anything back from them. We never heard anything back
from that place. So that was in the summer before I went to uni.
Yeah.
And so I went to uni. I can say the university name. That was.
You don't need to say the university.
That was in Wales. Yes, no, I need to because that was in Wales, Swansea University. Yeah. So
I have to book about this.
So I did my bachelor's degree in Swansea University.
What did you do?
I did philosophy, politics, and law, and that was a 3-year course. And that was also around the same time when the government had just increased the tuition fee to £9,000.
Even when I was there, when I started, that's when they
increased it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So around that same time period, they increased the tuition fee to £9,000. I got my accommodation. I wasn't living in uni. What is it? Uni halls, whatever. I got my private accommodation. I had to pay my own rent, pay the utilities. And man, this is the first time I'm moving away far from home. I'm moving away far from home.
He left,
and then I had to now start learning how to budget, how to learn how to pay my
how to cook,
how to cook, how to listen. I learned how to cook. I had to learn how to pay the bills.
That can be another subject.
But yeah, I had to start learning all these skills by myself and how to just live by myself and other people in the house. So fine. So it got through like the finance. Yeah, you get that. You pay your bills, whatever. You pay what you need to do, and then later on throughout the year, that's when I think it was during February, March, April time. I was like, yo, I need money. I need money. What's going on? I need money. So I spoke to a friend and I was like, yo, where can I go get a job from? And he was in the year above me and I was like, there's a place that's hiring. I was working.
Come on, man.
Handing out leaflets. That was my first.
I did that as well,
That was my first job in Swansea. Yeah.
You know what? When I was at uni, I did that. Oh my God. Do you know how crazy it is? You're handing a leaflet.
Yeah, to people, yeah.
And you know what? I was handing the leaflet, and the worst thing someone can say to you is no.
No.
You guys.
So demoralizing. Yeah. So anyways, let me continue.
Sorry. And the worst part is when someone says no.
You're like, you know what? Let me just go home.
Yo.
Let me just go home.
Listen. It doesn't matter how many times we heard that word no.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It feels like it's the first time somebody's saying no to you.
Yeah. It hurts, man.
It really, really hurts. When somebody says no to you, it's just, oh my God.
I can't believe it.
And I remember I had a leaflet in my hand.
Yeah.
And literally this woman came to me. Like she came to me and she told me, no, I don't need your leaflet. And I'm just like, excuse me, woman.
Who asked you?
I didn't even say anything to you. I didn't even say a word to you.
Yeah.
And you just coming to me and tell me no.
Yeah.
Just to hurt my feeling. You know what? That was so crazy. Yeah. But you know what? But for me now, like if I see somebody with a leaflet, if I want it or not.
Yeah.
I just take it, me. I'm just like, you know what? I have no idea what this leaflet about, but to make your day, to make you feel as you're working,
yeah.
I want to display that, and I'm just gonna get your leaflet. Yeah. But if I cannot get a leaflet, for me, I'm just like, oh, thank you, but I cannot get the leaflet. Yeah. I think that's a better way. I just like, oh, at least this person has acknowledged me. If that makes sense. Yeah. And that's kind of crazy because you think like. somebody will get used to be in that work environment where everybody's saying no. You do not get used to somebody says no.
Yeah.
Even as I said, it's better for somebody to say no, thank you, than just saying no yourself.
Yeah. So that's the first job I did in Swansea when I was at Swansea, and
okay, we're back again. Go on.
So so Swansea, the first job I did in my first year was giving out the leaflets, and that was for a restaurant/club. So they give me different shifts. In the morning, I'd give out the leaflets for the restaurants, and then in the afternoon, if they wanted me, I also do the same thing. So that's what I did, and then I came back to Sheffield. Yeah, in the summer, and then we went to Belgium. That's when we went to Belgium. Yeah, I went to Belgium. And when we were in Belgium, I was thinking like, yo, I still wanted money. Let me save some money at least for when I go back for my second year in uni. I can have something to spend for myself. Okay. So in Belgium, when we were in Belgium, I was applying, for jobs as well. And then I got a call from one random, number. I picked up, said, hello, hey, whatever. Hey, we want you to come back for an interview, when you get back from Belgium, this and the other. They gave me the date, and then I went. And it was for door to door, but they didn't tell me that on the application form. Oh, on the application form, the salary looked good. The salary was fantastic, and plus it was plus commission. So, anyways, I was like, this is some good money. So, anyways, I went back to Sheffield. We came back from Sheffield from Belgium. Went back to Sheffield, and then I called the place. That was the first thing I did. I said, "Yeah, I'm back in Sheffield. When is the day when I can come to for the interview?" So I went to the interview. I did the interview. I met the people, and they were selling what is a door to door, and this was for home delivery for food. And they were hyping up, telling me about what companies they work with, this and the other. They were asking me, so you're a student, do you know how to cook? I'm like, no, I don't know how to cook. They're like, okay, so would you be interested in, in your groceries being delivered to you and already made meals? I was like, yeah, I would. So anyways, when they started telling me the pay and the amount of hours I would be doing, I said, no way. No way am I doing this kind of job. I said to him, listen, thank you for your time. I appreciate I thank you for the interview, but this kind of job is not for me. Thank you, bye. So I declined that job, and then I also got another interview for a charity one, this time around door to door once again, plus commission. And on the once again, on the job description, the salary looked fantastic, but they didn't tell me that these jobs were outside of Sheffield. I think this is the day when I came back home and I was complaining to mum. So I went to the job interview. They said, "Oh, fantastic! You're the right person we're looking for." I said, "Great! This is fantastic. Okay, I want to make a bit of money here." So the next day I came and I accepted the job. The next day I came in, and they were like, "Yeah, we need to split you guys into groups." So like, "Oh, what's this about?" You never told me this in the job interview. You never mentioned this. And so like this guy so we got into the car, and I was in my mind I thought we're going to be doing door to door in Sheffield. So this guy took me to Barnes. I think it was Barnes or Rotherham. So I'm seeing this guy. So I'm seeing this guy driving in the motorway, and I'm looking at him like, what's going on here? And I'm like, you know what? I've already accepted the job. Let me go and see what's happening. So we get to Rotherham, and we go to the address that we need to go, and it's like, hi, so guys, we're going to split you guys into individuals. First of all, you're going to see me how I do the sales, and then I'm going to split you guys into your own individual team, and you're going to do your own thing. Okay, I'm like, cool. Let's see what happens, isn't it? So we do this now, and then I start to realize, wait. Then I start asking the guy, wait, hold on a minute, like, what time do we finish? What time is the break? How much do I get paid? What's the commission structure? This and the other. And the answers I'm getting, I'm not liking these answers. I'm like, yo, sorry mate, I want to go home. And the guy goes, I'm sorry Frank, but you're already here. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm already here? I want to go home back to Sheffield. And the guy goes, well, the reason what I'm saying is I can't take you back to Sheffield because you've got another partner here. And I'm like, yeah, I know I've got a partner here. He wants to do the job. I don't. Like, can you take me back to Sheffield? And it goes, yeah. So what you can do is you need to buy your train ticket back to Sheffield. And I was like, no. You're not listening. You are not listening. You brought me here. I didn't know that I was coming out of Sheffield. You brought me here. I didn't bring any money with me to get on the train back to Sheffield. So you have to call back the office and tell them that I quit working for you and you're driving me back to Sheffield. Let's go. So the guy was so angry. I remember we drove on that motorway. No, we didn't speak a word. We didn't say anything. I got out of that car and I said to him, thank you for your time. Thank you. I appreciate what you did for me. But I'm sorry to have let you down. That this is not my job. So anyways, that was this. So that could have potentially been my third job, and I declined 2 jobs in the summer. And I said, you know what, forget it. Let me just enjoy my summer. I'm not going to apply for no more jobs. So I went back to uni for second year, and then that's when I went to work in a warehouse. Oh my God. Oh my God. Warehouse in Swansea.
Boy. It's caught there?
Bro. This isn't like, you know, this wasn't like packing food, no. This was stacking people's orders. All kinds of orders. And the building was at 4 stories, 4 stories, yeah. So they send you up, they send you down, they send you left, they send you left. Right, you're just working, and the crazy thing is,
do you know the time when you finish it?
No, I didn't know the time, because what they said to me on the job description was completely different to the reality.
That's why, like, when I was working there, because that's the thing. Like, the place we were working with Victoria, we didn't know the time we finish it.
Yeah, you don't know.
For me, I was like, no.
I need to be conscious of the time. I need to know what's going on outside.
I got other things which I would like to do. You know what I'm saying? And that day I was just like, what's going on with the time? I need to go home. Yeah. You know, I want to do something else.
Yeah.
That's life.
Yeah.
I'm
bear man, I'm doing this in my second year of uni. For those who've been in uni, you know that second year of university, that's when it's a lot more pressure then. And so I started to juggle as a university, doing what as a 40 hours. I did what as the full time. I don't think my mom or my dad even know this, or even him. So I did full time. So that was what is a morning shift. So you start at 6 a.m. right? So meaning you have to wake up at 4, make your breakfast, whatever, and get there for bang on 6 o'clock a.m. And then you finish either 7 p.m. or 6 a.m. if you're lucky. So that was like a good 10-11 hour shift, and this was in winter. And then when you get to December time, when it's at Black Friday and like getting close up to Christmas time period, they increase your shifts by an extra 2 or 4 hours. So now you're not only starting at 6 a.m. Now you're finishing around 8-9 p.m.
No,
and it's dark. You wake up when it's dark. And you get out when it's dark.
Like, yo, that's mad. And you know what? The craziest part, when he started for this new job, this guy was telling me, I was starting at 8 o'clock. And I'm like, why didn't you finish? I was like, 8 p.m. I was like, no. You're lying to me. You are lying to me. And he told me the same thing. I was like, no. I couldn't accept it.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you serious? I was like, yeah, you start at 8 in the morning and finish at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. What are you going to do? What do you do with your life?
That's the thing.
You cannot do anything. And I was just like, God. No, I was mad. I was just like, there's something wrong somewhere.
Yep.
But anyway, continue with your story.
That's my current job anyways. So that was my warehouse job in Swansea, and I did that I think for 5 months straight, 40-hour shifts. And so I stopped doing that because I was like, I started like, slacking. I said, listen, this job will not kill me. This job.
That's the biggest thing. I think we're going to pause there for 2 seconds, because like for me, like when I was working at the warehouse, one of the biggest, like when I had that dizziness, that happened once. Me, I was just like, no, that's it.
Yeah,
I cannot continue. I cannot I don't want my health
to be put in danger.
danger.
It's a risk.
I think that's the biggest thing for me in terms of applying for jobs in any situations. For me, it's my health. Because at the end of the day, I can have the money.
I remember I was telling him, like, this job which I just got recently, I told him, listen, I've got a doctor's appointment on the 4th of December. And bear man, I've not even started working yet. This is just in the training period. And then the lady turned around and said, cancel it. I said, what? He said, yeah, cancel your doctor's appointment. I said, what? He said, yeah, cancel your doctor's appointment. We'll prefer you if you cancel your doctor's appointment. I said, you're actually having a laugh. Like, you are joking about with me. You want me to put the job, not even your company, the company that you're working for above my health.
You see, and for me, that's right here or not. That's the biggest thing. No matter whatever much they're paying you, consider your health.
Always
I think the biggest thing we're talking about right now, people, is mental health. The mental health, and that's a big thing, because at the end of the day, if you are not able to be stable or to, you cannot really do anything. You cannot be able to be.
You can't function.
You cannot function, and that's the biggest thing. That's the number one thing which kills people. Is the fact that they're not really, mentality speaking, they're not really stable. You see, and for me, that's the biggest thing. Like, no matter what I'm working, the biggest thing for me first is how's my health. How is the environment there into regarding my health? Because if I got, at the end of the day, if I got any problem, do the company care? Do the company want, are they also in the interest of myself as well? Which is, and I think it's kind of, I think we can talk about something else, like in terms of, this can be another video itself. Looking at in the point of view of the employer, because employer has another way of looking at things. You can be like, well, I got appointment, and they got other issues they're thinking of. But I think that can be another video. I think I did talk about it in the last video in terms of when I was doing, in terms of the cybersecurity. I did mention it anyway, so I think that should be okay. But I think health is the biggest thing when it comes to any job, and any job which you are going for. Again, everybody got different passion. You can be wanting to work in the retails, or you want to work in the sales, or you want to work in the labor, whatever you want to do. But I think the biggest thing for me is regarding your health. Because at the end of the day, when you finish working, how do you feel? When you finish doing that shift, that long shift, how do you feel? Because if you don't feel good, if you don't feel like, I feel happy or I'm within myself, then that, find a way to get another job.
Get out of it as quick as possible.
Try to look into another career that's going to help you in a way. Because when you think of for the long term, it's going to kill you. And that's the thing. I think that's what kills people. What kills people is being jobs where they're stuck, where they're feeling like, I cannot move on, or I cannot do anything else. And the biggest thing is your health. What is the company doing? Are they looking at your health? Do they bother looking at your health? Or they are really happy as long as you turn up, as long as you are there, that's fine.
As long as they're making quotas.
You see, and I think the biggest, I remember, I don't know, I think it was an article, or I was talking to you or something like that, where this guy was like 2 minutes late for the interview. And the person was like, we don't want to do the interview because you're 2 minutes late. And if you're 2 minutes late now, when you start working, you're going to be late. And for me, I'm just like, okay, this is a point of view of an employer or whatever. Now, let's look in general speaking, in our day-to-day life. Of course you should not be late, but there's things which happens. There might be traffic, there might be accident, there might be other things which affect this person to be late. I think it's also having the compassion which one needs to be able to, like, okay, maybe something has happened. Maybe they tried to call. Maybe they didn't have a data. You know, and I think the problem is we don't put ourselves in somebody else's shoes.
Yeah.
You know, it's easy to judge and say, oh, this person's wrong, or this person, it doesn't care about the job, you know, because you don't know what
is going on.
Yeah, and the thing is, it costs too much to care.
Yeah.
You know, and I think normally, like, the biggest example is when somebody asks you, how are you doing? You just say, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Am I really fine? No, I'm not fine. But just for that moment, I can just say, I'm fine.
Yeah.
In which, is it okay to say you're fine when you're not fine?
Yeah.
Again, it depends who that person is. Is the person asking it with it
in a way to actually get to the problem,
to help you to solve your problem, or they're just asking because
for the sake of asking?
You know,
making
like,
small talk.
Yeah, like I would say most of the time, like even kids, a little kid, you know, you can ask like, "How are you doing?" It's like, "I'm fine." I'm thinking, yo, you're fine. Okay, you don't need anything. Like if you ask me, like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, I'm okay." I'll give a list of all my problems. And the thing is, the question is, that person who's asking, are they willing
to help,
or they just
listening for the sake of listening?
No, I mean they're listening to just like, oh yeah, so what, you know. But yeah, I think that's another point which can look at in terms of jobs.
Yeah. So
when you're working, see how is that work affecting you in terms of mentally, you know, physically.
Yeah, especially if you know you're trying to balance, you know, family life and work, or even if you're in education and work, because well and truly, it will have a negative impact on you sooner or later. You may not notice it whilst you are in that job, but that day when you know you want to take a rest, they kind of that sleep. The day when you go to sleep for like you want to to sleep, you're going to sleep for so long in the bed.
And the thing is, one other thing which I was listening to, I don't know if I was talking to somebody or whatever, I was leading or whatever. We're talking about how you can be easily depressed.
Yeah.
You know, there's some jobs where you can be easily depressed. You know, like when we were working at the factory, whatever, if you don't show up, they'll just get another one. Yeah. You know, because so what? They don't even bother calling you and finding out what's wrong with you. Are there something going on? How can we help you?
Yeah.
You see.
Well, that's what happened. Yeah. So that was my second job in Swansea, and then my third job in Swansea is once again my second year in Swansea. Sorry. And so I got another job that same year, which was working at a call center, and this was my first call center job. Oh my dear me. Lord Jesus Christ. This was a whole different kind of problem in itself. Listen, if there's a difference between manual labor and mental labor. You know, when you're in the warehouse or factory, you're moving things about, you're walking, you're active. But when you're sat down, talking on the phone constantly with customers, with, you know, employees, with different organizations, all you hear is this in your ear. And then once again, the break time is small. In when I was working in the warehouse, it was 15 minutes for break, and then for lunch it was 30 minutes. Once again, when I went to work in the call center, 15 minutes break, 30 minutes lunch time. And so you try to do all these things, but then the shift time is once again starting at early time, maybe 9 o'clock, or if you're lucky, 9 o'clock, you're like, oh, I can actually stay in bed. I can actually stay in bed until, you know, 7:30. And then start preparing at 8 o'clock, and then I've got like an hour to get to work. You plan around that. You can, okay, that's great, and then you finish around 5. But if you're working in a call center, and then the campaign you're on is really in demand, and you need to get those sales, you're going to do a long shift. So maybe 9 o'clock, or finishing at 7, or finishing at 8. So these are long shifts. And in between, you're having 15-minute breaks, 30-minute breaks, 15 minutes breaks, 30 minutes break, maybe 4 times if you're lucky, and your line manager is great, you know. So anyway, so I did.
We didn't have that.
So
you have any more? You have your breakfast, and then lunchtime. That's it.
Yeah, and so that's what it was in Swansea call center, and that company was selling. It it was selling what's called, we were doing what's a general consensus. So we're asking people questions about for different organizations. And then I got a different job in a call center again in Swansea, and this was selling PPI.
You know what? Every single time when I hear PPI, next.
PPI, selling people PPI, and for us it was an inbound. So what inbound is the customer, they call me. They voluntarily choose to speak to me, Frank. Say, hello Frank, I want to speak to you about my PPI. But no, what I was doing was, hello Jane, or hello whoever, I'm calling to speak to you about your PPI. Do you know you have PPI? I don't know who this woman or man is. I don't know what the
Are they true?
Yeah, there's some truth in it, yeah. PPI, there's actually a truth in PPI. You just have to go and check it yourself, you know. I'll advise you. I'll advise you not to do it with a private company. I'd advise you to go do it with your bank, because that's a lot more cheaper, much more, you know, illegal. Yeah. And so anyways, I did PPI with that company, and I was calling the people, you know. So calling them, cold calling them. I didn't know who they were, didn't have the information, didn't have the right address, whatever. I called them and I speak to them, and you know, I try to get a sale. So that's what I did in Swansea. So that was my third job. And then the fourth job I got finally in Swansea again. My third year, I was like, listen, I need money. Where can I get quick money from? Warehouse. I went back to the warehouse. I said, listen, I need some money quick, you know. But then because I'd already done it before in the previous year, and I knew how the rules worked, whatever, I didn't stay that long, because I knew that, listen, I was going to get angry, and I was going to fall out with one of the people. I said to him, look, I know that you need me, but at the same time, I'm also a student. You work with me and I work with you, and they were not having it. They were treating me like I was back in school. I'm sorry, I'm not what adults say. Treat me as an adult, you know. Treat me with respect. Imagine your line manager shouting at you as if you're a 2-year-old kid, like a 10-year-old kid. And and these were also older men and older women who were working there, also being treated the same way, you know.
And I think another point which I can get there is in terms of people from different background. In terms of there's some people who don't have their full education, so they might come from different country, they don't know how to speak English, those kind of stuff, in which when they're working they cannot really defend themselves.
So, yeah, they're vulnerable.
They don't know the law of the country, they don't know
the rules,
those kind of stuff, in which the employer, or they can do whatever they want to do.
They abuse them.
You know, and that's the thing, is in terms of even when I'm talking about work.
Yeah.
You know, like starting from not knowing the time where you finish.
Yeah.
You know, like I literally felt really sad for my sister Victoria, because for her she'll start at 7. I'll start at 6. She doesn't know what time she's finishing. And me, I'll be at home doing, maybe on the computer, doing other stuff. Mom will be like, when your sister's coming, I don't know.
Yeah. And sometimes, and the thing is, especially in warehouses, the thing they will sometimes do is they'll come to you, to the group, and say, oh, we need you guys to stay on for the next hour. Well, I'm sorry, that's not in my contract.
You see, and that's the thing. I think knowing your rights, knowing what the law in terms of work, I think that's also another big thing. Again, it's coming. There's something which I'll say maybe I did not know them as law or whatever. It's just come as natural to me to be able to be like, no, this is not right. This not. I'll start questions, asking the question like, why this, why that, in which again I think it's because being brought here and being able to speak and interact in the country itself. So I think it's most challenging for somebody who's coming from a country where they don't know how to speak English, or they
have no support whatsoever.
Yes, they don't have any system, and they're like, oh, this is the only job which I can have. This is the only way of income. You see, and I think even us, I think we're young, and we can question the authority. We can question like, oh, why that? Why do I need to stay at this time? Or I can say, you know what, I'm going home this time. Because maybe I know, maybe you know what, maybe I didn't know, maybe I know, okay, dad is working or whatever, so I don't need to really work this job. But I think there was that thing in me which is like, okay, no, this not right. This not how people should be working. But yeah,
so that's what I did in Swansea, and then when I went to, I also in my third year I was also doing voluntary. It was it's different societies in uni, so I did that for a bit. I was helping people with the campaigns, when they were running campaigns, whatever. And then I graduated from Swansea University. I came back to Sheffield, and then I also worked in Sheffield as well at a healthcare company, and that as well that's a whole different experience in itself as well. So it was a good experience because I picked up on on administration, working whatever, and it was great in itself. But it also came with its challenges as well. Anyways, I did that in Sheffield in the summer, and then I went to London for my masters, and I didn't. In London, I was putting off work. I said I'm not working, especially with the course that I was doing. I said I am not working. I am not going to work. I refuse to work. When I'm doing my master, I refuse. So all the way from I think I started uni properly in October. I remember Dad was saying, Frank, you need to get a job. You need to get a job. Even the small job, you need to get a job. And I was like, Dad, listen, I am not working. I refuse to work as a student. I refuse. It's okay if I wasn't going to university, but I refuse to work while I'm at uni doing my masters because I'm not going to have time. In undergrad, I could have time, but now I have zero time. Okay, so I did that. So I put off working from, I think it was October to
3 months, 4 months.
No, December didn't work, January didn't work, February didn't work, and then we came to March. March is my birthday month. Like, yo, I need to work, man. I can't be putting this off anymore. I need to actually work. I need to bring in some money for myself. I need to also start to pay the bills a bit earlier, etc., etc. And I was like, okay, cool, let's do that. So the job which I got was agency work in London, and I want to say the company name because
you don't.
I'm not gonna say it. But anyways,
I love that.
What they was doing, once again, I applied for catering, and working with care centers, and also working in a warehouse. So this was all for an app, and they give you whichever one which they think you're best suited to. And the one they gave me that they thought I was suited to was what? The warehouse. Dear me. And so in London, if you've never been to London, there's different zones. Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3, Zone 4. And some zones you need to get a train to enter. So you don't use your Oyster card. You can top up your Oyster card, but you're not able to use your Oyster card once you get off that train. Once you get into that train, then you need to use a rail card. I didn't even know this. So the first job I ever had in London, I went there, and I bought the Oyster card. I topped it up and I got off the train stop, and the guy was like, can I have a look at your rail card? I'm like, what? And he goes, yeah, can I have a look at your rail card? I'm like, I'm sorry, but I didn't know I had to use a rail card. I'm just using my Oyster. So I was like, no, you need to use your rail card for this moment. I'm gonna let you off, but when you're coming back, when you get into London, you need to tell them to refund you for your Oyster, so you can get a rail card. Okay, so I went there, and the guy who was picking me up in some little car. There was like 4 people in the car, which wasn't even legal. So we went to the car. The guy drove us down there. It was a big warehouse. There's like 5 people. My God. we were working on behalf of McLaren, moving their products about, shirts, hats, all kind of merchandise for them. So I did that, and it was a long shift. I think I started at 7 a.m. finished around 5 p.m. Long shift, and it wasn't too bad as compared to when I was working in Swansea, because then we could have breaks, and the manager was quite relaxed. But it was a long shift. And then the second shift I went for again, it wasn't in the same place. This time it was in a different place altogether. And the undergrounds in London, they don't start working until around 8 a.m. So now I'm having to figure out, like, bro, how do I get to my workplace? I don't have money for Uber. The only money I can be able to afford is either bus or underground. Underground is not open in 2 hours time. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I need to get a bus. And to get to the place I was going was like 2 hours. So meaning I'm waking up at 4 o'clock. I'm getting to the bus at maybe 5 o'clock, whatever, and then getting there for 6 or 7 bang on time. So that's what I did. I did that for a bit of time. Maybe I think it was 3 months, and then I stopped. Because I called them up one time and I was like, listen, I'm not coming in today. Because you do know that you're on your second strike. I said, I don't care. I am not coming in. I've got exams. I've got thesis I need to write. I am not coming in. And that was the first time I called him. And then that was the second time when I was calling them. The first time they said, okay, we'll let you off. The second time it was free. It was out of free, and they said, we're going to block your account. I said, block it. Block that account. Block the account. So they blocked the account, and then that was it. So I stopped. So that was my last job in London. And then after that, I came back to Sheffield, and here I am. Oh my God.
Okay, so I think for everything we've been saying, it's I think the experience and looking at the journey for ourselves, like at the moment, what we're going through. Like for me right now, I'm still looking for jobs. For my career, I'm looking in terms of cybersecurity. Yeah, at the moment, I'm not had anything. I've done some interview, but I'm not getting any feedback. So I'm still applying for jobs in terms of that. At the same time, I'm using my skills, photography, editing pictures, this kind of stuff. And for me, I like my freedom, to be honest. Like being in the period where I'm looking for jobs and I cannot be able. I love my freedom. I like to be able to use my time, not to be able to be stuck in one environment, if that makes sense. I wanted to be able to
do different things.
To do different things, but I are still effective.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be like I have to be stuck in one place to do the job itself. And I think that's what this is what I'm discovering at this moment itself.
So for me, so I came back from London. I handed in my thesis. My master's is done, and I was like, okay, I need to get a job. I need to get a job. So what I did then was, luckily enough, I've got a charity with a friend, and I was like, I need to put the skills and the knowledge that I've learned so far in uni into practice. You know, and put in practice. So I spent time, writing reports, doing, different charity organizations, whatever, charity events, sorry. And then still applying for jobs within the field I studied in. And then I was like, wait, hold on a minute. I need to make some money. so I applied for the job. So I applied for the job. I got a call for the job where I'm at now, and then that's it. Yeah.
But yeah, I think the video has gone longer than we're planning to go into. But I think this is just a kind of a summary in terms of our journey at the moment of looking for jobs, applying for jobs, and I think just learning how to the environment where we work in, environment where we've gone through. And I think the biggest things when it comes to careers as I said, there's a difference in terms of job and career. Is to look at what you want to achieve at the end of the day. Because if you've been working at a certain place for a certain period, your skills should improve. Your understanding on things should improve. Because I don't want to work in an environment where I'm not progressing. I'm not being challenged. I'm not getting anything. And I think that's what I'm looking for, to be honest. I want to be able to work and to be able to, like, you know what, I am making a difference. I am enjoying what I'm doing. And I think that's what life is about. Life is about working and doing things what you like at the end of the day. And I think I was even asking you, like, what kind of stuff do the business do? Because at the end of the day, if a business is providing a service and is looking after his staff, it's gonna be like a family. You know, you will be wanting to go to work. No one's be like, you be like, why should I go? Well, I'm sorry, if you're single or whatever, you're like, why should I go home? Because I'm enjoying what I'm doing. So it's just that environment where you're able to grow. And the biggest thing I'll say right now, especially when it goes into the technology part of it, is things are moving very fast. And if the business do not listen to the staff or not listen to the customer, then they're gonna be behind.
Yeah.
So for me, I'll look at it in terms of that, in terms of, okay, if I join the business, and I think this is one of the things which we did discuss in terms of even getting feedback.
Yeah.
Like I've seen, okay, I'm not getting any feedback, and for me, I was like, okay, fine, that's okay if I don't get the feedback. But when I'm in that interview, I'm going to question the business. I'm going to question what is your value, what is your of course there's something which you can search online and see, oh, we stand for this, blah blah blah, but being able to
ask the person
like what do you stand for, and what are you promoting, because again I think the biggest thing, as I was saying, is mental health, in terms of what is the mental health of the staff, because if the staff are not in the right mind, they cannot do their job. Like it or not, they cannot do the job. No matter where you're working in the parliament, you're working as a doctor, as a nurse, whatever you're doing, if your mental is not well-being, there's no point. You can, you know. So those are other things which we can look at next time, and we can talk about it. Again, but I think I know the video's been quite really long. But if you been watching until this point, I was just say thank you. You can subscribe to us, and then to subscribe, write your comment or something like that.
And give us your feedback too.
Just give us your feedback. What is your experience working? Have you ever been in this position where you're just like, oh my god, I want to go home, I really hate this job? Or what are you doing something which you're really passionate about? How did you go about it? Because again, to do something which you're passionate about is sometimes it can be difficult or whatever. Everything is difficult, but the question is, what do you do? What did you do to achieve your goal? And I think this is and at the moment itself, with my videos, those kind of stuff, I'm trying to understand my brand. I'm trying to understand what is my focus area, because as I said, I look at my career is the biggest one in terms of IT, computer security, as well as career. I think those are the two biggest things. Again, I'll say family and friends. That's another area which I like, blogging, showing family, doing activities, and I think that's another area. So I'm trying to, at this moment of time in my channel itself, there's a lot of things which is going on. And I think again the reason is because I'm trying to see what is what the audience want, what is going to be useful in terms of the content which I'm giving to you guys. But I'm thankful for you to be here as my guest, my first guest ever. But I thank you for that. And as we were talking in the car, I think I was just like, you know what, let's share our experience in terms of our journey, those kind of stuff. Again, if you have any suggestion in terms of topic or anything like that, let me know. If you know any good way of and I think in terms of even when it comes to jobs, I think even before, I think this can be the last point mentioned in terms of networking. When you network, you don't know what opportunity will bring forth. Like the lady who was working at uni, she saw how I was working, she saw I was interacting with other people, and she's like, you know what, you're really good and that. So that's like a bonus, like, okay, there's something I'm able to get in. And as well as a friend who's just like, you know what, you're gonna be really good, and they give a word out like, oh, you know what, this person is really good. And to be honest, when somebody recommends you for a position, you are more likely to stay there. You're more likely to
be interviewed or called.
Not only that, I mean, you're able to work really hard because you want to make sure that your friend is not disappointed that you didn't do the best as you can do. But yeah, as I said, we ended the video here. Thank you for watching us, and we'll be back to you sooner or later. So enjoy the rest of your day. Here is like, I think now it's like 9 p.m. right now, so doing this video, so just for like, you know what, let's just do it. But yeah, thank you. So see you next time. Thank you, Frank.
See you. Bye.
Okay, bye.